This is what I meant when I said the molds don't work anymore. They completely rip apart the frogs when I try to open them, and they take over a week to dry out. So it was really time to make new ones. I did mix the plaster a little too thickly, which means the plaster will be dense and less absorbative, but I'm not too concerned because this big frog mold is not my main priority anymore. I only made 2 of these because I really want to move on to making a small frog mold. And I have been. So before we get into the full mold making process with silicone and pottery plasters, I wanted to show you guys the end results of what we're looking for. Once you've cast each piece of pottery plaster, you have to trim off the excess and then latch it all together and let it dry together so that if it warps together and the seam stays put. Then you gotta let it dry, which takes weeks for this big of a mold. They're so heavy when they're new because they're so full of water. And because I made a mother mold of a vintage mold, there are issues.